Welcome everyone. I have another round of the Pat's Acres Super Series League race to provide a little commentating over. This race occurred this past Tuesday. It was quite an eventful night, to say the least. Every race, Heat 1, Heat 2, the final race was eventful, for better or worse, and happy to share it with you. So, beautiful day out, definitely warmer than the prior rounds. It was, I think, hovering around 80 degrees, which, in my opinion, is perfect for this track. A lot of grip. It felt like they did better at picking karts with a little bit more parity across the field, which was really nice. I did still end up getting two karts in this race and in the next race that weren't optimal, but definitely a big improvement over the last two rounds. So that's great to see, and nice of the Pat's Acres staff to put in the effort there, get them all running as best as they can. Alright, so here we are on the warm-up lap for heat number 1. There was a field of about 29 drivers, so that meant we did race format 1, which is every class all together all at once for qualifying, Heat 1, Heat 2, and then the final main race. So a lot of people out on track. Overall, the driving was a little bit more aggressive, but that's how it goes in racing sometimes. So we had a little bit of an issue with qualifying. The timing system didn't work with the transponders and the karts, so we had to do it just random draw for our positions in this Heat 1 race. You can see my wife, Jana, up ahead of me in P6, and then I'm in P8. That's just where our chips fell. And actually, the timing system didn't work all night, so they had to manually score. So big shout out to the staff there, working with pencil and paper, keeping track of the races, and doing it all manually. Acoustic, if you will. Alright, here we come. The warm-up, or I guess the column to the line was a little funky here. Our column was quite a bit behind, so I ended up starting like almost a row back. Mostly fixed it there by the green light, but yeah, a little frustrating. Alright, here we go into turn 1 and 2. So you're going to see a lot of bumping. Got like a train of 4 people, 5 people that just passed me there. Not a great start. Another person dives up the inside. First lap is always a key part of the race. Really important to try to get your position. It's going to be the easiest time to pass anyone. Clearly coming out of that as the loser. Still jockeying for positions though. Don't want to give up. Want to stay on the tail of the leader group as we come through carousel. This kart was, the steering, the chassis felt pretty good. The only thing is it felt like it had very little top end. As you see, somebody just turned down from the outside. So, yeah, struggled with the exits and the top speed, as you can see here. But, yeah, did my best to minimize the losses here. So at this point, I think I've lost about 8 to 9 positions, so not a good start. You can see the dust cloud there, somebody went off. So this back corner is pretty challenging to pass, to get alongside. That left-hand corner, you can see me back out of that, just to let the driver ahead in the gray shirt be able to have some room to come down to the apex. A lot of people throw it really wide on the entry, and then if you're sitting there with your nose on the inside, you can easily take people out. Ooh, another incident there. Somebody goes wide into the barrier just a bit, pushing the barrier back for us. Alright, so at this point I've lost sight of Jana. She's currently way ahead of me, which is great to see. She had a good race. So at this point, I'm trying not to look back behind me as much. I know the last time I did a video here on the league race, I was looking back quite a bit, and I had some really experienced drivers give me some advice saying that you should try to avoid that as much as possible, just because it takes your focus away from what's going on up ahead, and you're more likely to make a mistake if you're not looking ahead and focused on what's happening behind you. Just keep your head down and focus on what's ahead. Alright. So going too wide through 1 and 2 there gave me enough room on the inside, which is great to see. So I'm able to stay up in front of that driver. It was an absolutely beautiful afternoon. As you'll see in the later sessions, as the sun set a little bit, it's beautiful golden hour. Always a fun day racing here at Pat's Acres. Alright, you can see somebody come out my inside, go a little bit wide. Fair enough. That was his corner to make an attempt. Able to get a better exit though and stay in front. So yeah, with not looking behind you, you got to use your ears a lot more. And overall, I really enjoyed it. I feel like I did make less mistakes. But yeah, something I'll be working on more and more as I go. So there, just went a little wide once somebody came up the inside of me on turn 1, and I lost the rear end a little bit of oversteer, and these two drivers up ahead were able to pass me. So that's a mistake on my part. I just went in a little hot. I was on the outside. I should have slid up a little bit. I knew I wasn't going to make that corner. Alright, big group. That was kind of the theme all evening. There would be bigger groups of racers throughout the race, late into the race, which kept things a little spicy at times. I was able to make an overtake there up the inside, and again there on the hairpin. See these two fighting here. I'm looking for an opportunity to be able to pass. Goes wide here. So now I'm thinking, okay, where's my gap gonna be? Not quite close enough. Not quite close enough to pull it off. And that was a bad exit. That was a pretty bad move there on the red shirt driver. Basically just plows into the driver that was ahead of me. It happens, but you hate to see it. I was able to gain those two positions though, and see if I hold on to it. This corner here, turn 3-ish, I was playing around with my line and my braking points all evening. I know some people actually don't brake into that corner. I find that I like to, just to initiate the rotation there and avoid going super wide on the exit. Here I see a gap, go up the inside through carousel, and I'm able to make the move stick. So just playing around with that line and that hairpin corner there. It's a key corner, especially at the beginning of the race. So playing around with that. It's different in every kart, but it's kind of a mix of, you don't want to go too wide on the entry to make the corner longer, or excessively longer, but you also don't want to just come up narrow and compromise your exit. So it's a tricky one there. Right. Able to hold the position for a few corners. Ooh, big off there. Some dust on the track. Hoping I can capitalize on that mistake. And actually, I'm pretty sure that driver ahead of me watches some of these videos, so shout out to him. Fun racing with you all evening. there's the checkered flag. So overall, pretty poor race. Because everything was scored manually, they didn't have the normal, race result printouts that we normally have. So I'm not exactly sure where I finished. I want to say that I was in P17 or 18, around there, losing about 10 positions. So not too great, but it is what it is. Lost a lot on the opening laps. And yeah, we'll be starting further back on Heat 2. Alright, thanks for watching. Catch you on the next race.